Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles, Part 1. Star Wars Episode 1 probably has a record for having the most amount of video games based on a single movie, and this game is one of those several video games based on a movie. This is a simple story about tax evasion in space, a whole army that goes to invade a peaceful-seeming planet over taxes and other sorts of trade and things like that. And they managed to make several video games based on it. I've never seen anything that impressive. Too bad most people disagree that the movie kind of sucked, and unfortunately a lot of these games aren't that good. This one is not really one of the better ones. This is Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. This game pretty much has the same story as Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, but the storyline is heavily altered so it can make for a better video game, or for at least what they thought was a better video game. You could play as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn from the movie, as well as you could also play as Jedi Council members Mace Windu, Plo Koon, and Adi Gallia. And, you play for the events of Phantom Menace. What roughly loosely follows Phantom Menace's storyline. You destroy battle droids and have to save the planet of Naboo from the evil, greedy Trade Federation, and pretty much Space Obama, where they take all your taxes from you or things. I think I already made that joke when I played the regular Phantom Menace game over a year ago, but yeah, it pretty much is some greedy tax company that has droids that take over your place, that blast people that don't pay their taxes. And of course, it pretty much begins with the whole once upon a time they were all monks, since Jedi pretty much are monks. I actually considered becoming a monk in real life once, but nah, I wouldn't really want to be a monk. So there's the planet Naboo, as you can see there, and there's a Trade Federation frigates orbiting Naboo, the Jedi cruiser coming in, about to land in the main hull, the main, whatever you call it, the main docking bay, whatever it's called, of the thing. So we're going to have to wait. See how these PlayStation games, this is the PS1 version. These PS1 games have loading times. There is a Dreamcast version which is supposedly better, but I don't have that. For now, I'm just stuck with this PS1 version. So you see here, I chose to play as Mace Windu, as you can see here, where he has a really good fighting chance against these evil battle droids. We can slash them all off, kill them all off, with ease. The blue droids don't have any guns. The non-colored droids have guns. The red ones have guns too. Those ones have guns, see here. And Mace Windu uses his signature blue-bladed lightsaber as you run through here. We slash down the battle droids. The more we get points for it. If you're really good, you could deflect shots. You could earn force powers and use cool force moves. Just picked up some bomb thing, we picked some health. You hear Yoda, it's hard to hear, but Yoda laughs when you pick up items in this game. He's like, take your to my room, like that. They see you're going on the defensive, because of course Jedi are never this elaborate when they take on battle droids in the movies. Then again, battle droids in this game are far more elaborate than they are in the movies. If battle droids were like this in the movies, then Jedi would be screwed. Oh, they could have sent battle droids after the Jedi Temple, and now the Jedi would be defeated easy if battle droids are built like this in the movies, but they're not. In real life, they're pathetically weak. They're pretty much useless. George Lucas even admitted to Steven Spielberg that battle droids are pretty much useless, so go figure. We're just going through here right now, just flashing them down. They're still not really much of a threat against, at least not at this point in the game. This is only the first level of the game. You see the TC-14 unit, or whatever it's called, walking around. I'm TC-14. I think it was my mom that pointed out that TC-14 is pretty much a feminine droid that delivers coffee and things like that. They're like being gender stereotypes. But I stated that Phantom Menace itself was considered a racist movie because it has that in it. It has like Watto in it. He's like all like greedy and everything like that. It looks like a bunch of stereotypes. There's a lot of stereotypes in Star Wars Episode 1. But you didn't really notice that much before as a kid. You can also destroy those computers here and get points for that. That's one of the few things the PlayStation version has that the Dreamcast version doesn't have. And everything interesting at the PlayStation version is that you're offered a difficulty setting between normal mode and Jedi mode. It doesn't matter which difficulty you select. They're both exactly the same. Or was it easy mode and normal mode? I don't remember. It doesn't matter which mode you select. They're both exactly the same. And the PlayStation version does nothing at all. I guess that was due to poor programming, because that's a common reoccurring theme we're gonna see in this game a lot. Poor programming and poor design. That's what this game is built on. Because apparently these people didn't, I don't know if the game was rushed or not. I don't know why they rushed it so much. This game came out for the PS1 in 2000, in March 2000, and it got released on the Sega Dreamcast later in 2000. And you see here pretty much running on the conveyor belt. I already made a video of the demo over a year ago where I played for something like this and was available as a demo. So we're going to come across a boss which should have stayed in Star Fox 64. Somehow he broke free of the Star Fox 64 game cartridge, and now he's here in Phantom Menace or in Star Wars Episode 1 attacking us, and he's gonna... But thankfully we're Mace Windu, one of the greatest Jedi to ever live. He's Samuel L. Jackson. I know Samuel L. Jackson's the best. I'm really good at doing Samuel L. Jackson imitations. It seems strange to have a white man walk around downtown Harlem wearing a sign that says Twilight sucks, has some serious personal issues, or not all his dogs are barking, but we don't really see much of stuff like that in there. Look at that, I already broke one of the arms off that swinging droid, that whatever you call that droid that belongs in Star Fox 64. Maybe I should do an LP of Star Fox 64 one day. I bet all you guys on YouTube would like to see that. All my fans. I have a lot of fans on YouTube. Well, actually, I don't really have very much at all. I just recently hit 60 subscribers, so I'm kind of proud of that. Assuming I still have 60 subscribers by the time this video is made. I don't know. I haven't really had much problems of losing subscribers. I've had more problems of losing views, which actually hasn't happened in a long time. So, yeah, I guess I'm thankful for that. There's lots to be thankful for when it comes to YouTube. YouTube pretty much is everyone's life these days. Can you imagine where we would be without YouTube? It pretty much replaced TV. It had all the right to replace TV. We don't need TV anymore. Nowadays, we have the YouTube, which is exactly where this is going to go. I think they used to have TV shows like this back in the day too. I'm pretty sure I saw this game on TV somewhere once, and I had the demo for it too. I used to see a lot of stuff about this game as a kid. When I was a kid, I thought, whoa, this looks really cool. I'm going to buy this game. And then, I never did get the game. I don't know, stores around where I lived never had it. I never got this game when I was a kid for some reason. But years later, I finally got a ROM of it. I played the game, and quite frankly, I'm glad I never had this game as a kid, because this game is broken in several places. It takes extreme skill and extreme intellect to be able to figure out how to work through the game's broken algorithm system kind of thing, and go through everything all. And I bet algorithms is probably the reason why a lot of people are going to be watching these videos of mine. I'm not sure if algorithms ever did anything to help people find my videos. Because we know who invented algorithms, right? Al Gore invented algorithms. Why ain't they called algorithms? You know, it's obvious that he invented the algorithm. I mean, if George Bush invented algorithms, they'd be called George Bushivms. That's what they'd be called, or something like that. So they have a lightsaber upgrade there. Makes our lightsaber look big and does more damage against them. Makes my Schwartz look a lot bigger, too, as you can see. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine, kind of thing. And I often ignore a lot of the enemies here, too. It's actually good to ignore enemies, because Mace Windu even said in the second Star Wars prequel, or the Jedi, or peacekeepers, not soldiers. But right now, he's kind of being a bit of a soldier by going into the Trade Federation's main hideout there one of their great, their great frigates, and just causing a bunch of trouble, killing a bunch of innocent droids, and destroying a lot of other crap in there with his lightsaber. Yeah, that's totally what Jedi do. If you do something mean to the Jedi, they're gonna do to you. If you raid their monasteries, this is what happens. Even if you don't raid their monasteries, this still is gonna be what happens. Just picked up some Force again there too, because apparently they could run out of Force. I thought the Force is supposed to be everywhere. You know, the Force is everything. The Force is what gives a Jedi its power. It's an energy field created by all living things, which helps surround us and penetrate us and binds the galaxy together, or binds the universe together, or something like that. And of course, a lot of the time we're going to have to kill the enemies to get past certain things. We're going to be doing that a lot in the 6th level of this game. Oh, I'll be looking forward to that 6th level, that infamous 6th level. So you see there, we just killed off that blue battle droid. Like I said before, blue battle droids aren't that threatening. We don't even see blue battle droids much in the later levels of this game. We mostly see them in the earlier levels, like these ones. And then the red ones, we're going to be seeing those a lot throughout most of this game too. Look at that, they're like stormtroopers. They don't have really good shots. They keep missing you a lot. They suck at shooting. Same with all the other enemies in this game. The AI in this game is stupid. Some parts of this game are like stupid hard. It puts Kaizo to shame. And even I thought the Super Star Wars games and the Super NES were pretty damn difficult. But now I go back to them and I realize that stuff's actually kind of easy. Easy when you compare it to stuff like this. And a lot of them, you know what adds to the challenge in this game a lot too, is the fact that the game's very broken in several places, as we'll see in some of the later levels of the game. So you see, they sent the droidicas after us, but droidicas aren't much of a challenge at all. They constantly shoot at you. If you're really good, if you have really good reflex, like the kind I demonstrated when I was playing Gatless the other week, I could just deflect off their bullets easy and be like, what do you do? I destroyed those the guy's easy. I didn't even do much at all. It's like I got paid for doing nothing, like what happens on Dilbert all the time, where Dilbert gets paid for doing absolutely nothing. Well, it's usually Wally that gets paid for doing absolutely nothing. I see that power up picked up there too. It makes my lightsaber go longer. See, my Schwartz is getting longer now because of that, and it does exactly what you think it does. It's a longer blade, it reaches further, so it's easier to hit enemies and destroy them. If only Yoda were a playable character in this game. However, Yoda actually is not a playable character in this game, because I never really viewed Yoda as being an action character prior to seeing Attack of the Clones, and this game came out before Attack of the Clones. So that's probably why. This game came out when Phantom Menace is still a somewhat new movie. I used to watch Phantom Menace in the original Star Wars trilogy, one of those movies at least every day. I know most of those movies off the top of my head. I could act out the entirety of those movies right now if I wanted to, but I don't, because I really doubt any of you want to see any of that. So you see here, this is the boss for this level. Most levels in this game end with a boss of some kind. You see, you're gonna have to, deflect those shots back at it. It requires a lot of patience, a lot of waiting. Whoop-de-doo, you have to wait a lot of time. And they send droids after us to hinder our progress there. Sent 3 shots at him, so I'm just gonna have to hang out over here. Deflect it comes near me, and there is friendly fire in this game. So a lot of the time, battle droids accidentally shoot each other. Sometimes it kills them. They often kill their own people. It actually comes to your advantage a lot of the time. So here, destroy, hack and slash more of the droids, lava, rinse, repeat, yada yada yada. We get score in this game too. I don't think score does much in this game other than upgrade you. But then again, I already have a lot of the upgrades. Spoiler alert, I already played for this game and beat this game. There isn't much you get for beating this game, except for a survival level, which I might demonstrate later on. But you don't get enough. On the PS1 version, it didn't have very many bonus features. The Dreamcast version had a lot of bonus features, though. It had Ki-Adi-Mundi as an unlockable character. There are a few other odd unlockable characters. There are a few other odd additional levels and mini-games, and bonus training modes, and things like that. That were completely absent in this PlayStation version. But the PlayStation version actually supposedly has better gameplay overall, but the Dreamcast version has more features. So pick your poison then, in other words. It's kind of like what I think of the Lego Island 2 ports. The PC version of Lego Island 2 has the most amount of content, but the PS1 version has slightly better gameplay. So what do you choose? I choose, do you go with quality over quantity? Or do you go with quantity over quality? I don't know, it's a matter of that. So we pretty much have to just wait here again for this slow old grandpa of a thing coming by. I believe Mace Windu's the best character in this game, because he's cool. He's Samuel L. Jackson, he's cool. It's not just that, but also he's really good at fighting off enemies, and he's a very good lightsaber duelist too, which you'll be needing a good lightsaber duelist for the final boss of this game. That's why I've never been able to beat this game as Plo Koon before, because Plo Koon fights like old people. He's very slow, and he's very slow, and he has slow reflexes and everything. He's kind of hard to duel the final boss of this game. Plo Koon is pretty much the Gomer Pyle of the Jedi. If Gomer Pyle was a Jedi, he'd be Plo Koon. Come on, we don't got all day for this. And there, we finally destroy. When you destroy the final boss, the Jedi do some pointless dance routine thing, and then, or not in this level, but sometimes he does, and then, yeah, that's pretty much how the level ends. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.